Today, I'll be sharing with us on a topic that captures hints that suggest your boyfriend is no longer interested in you. Hints that show that a man does not have interest in you again. Some guys, when they want to break up with a woman, because sometimes they will not open up to you, maybe because they don't want to hurt your emotion or because of their selfish reason. So they may not open up to you that they are no longer interested in the relationship. So, but today I will show you some of the hints that suggest your boyfriend or your fiancé is no longer interested in that relationship, so that you not waste your precious time in the relationship that is heading nowhere. So follow me carefully. Number one is that he will keep distance with you. He will keep distance with you. He will no longer calling you as before. He will no longer calling you as before. If maybe before you used to talk almost every day or twice every day, you see, just notice that he will not call you as before. Sometimes 2 days, 3 days, he will not call you. He will not even check on you. And if at all you try to check on him, he will not respond. He will not respond. Sometimes it can use work as an excuse. You may tell you that I'm busy at work. Sometimes it's not really that he's busy, but it's because he's no longer interested in that relationship. In Matthew chapter 6, verse 21, it said that where your treasure is, he said, that is where your heart is. There is no way a man will love you genuinely. I will not want to see your face. I will not want to hear your voice. So if you see that there is a distance, a kind of distance, a strange distance, it suggests that your boyfriend or your fiancé is no longer interested in you. Some of the things that you can do is that they will keep appearing and disappearing. What do I mean by that is that for 2 weeks, you may not even see his face, and you may be in the same time. You sometimes even ask that I would like to see you, I would like to see your face. You just say, I'm busy, I'm going somewhere, I'm traveling somewhere. Just giving some flimsy excuse. He will keep appearing and disappearing. For a while, you will not see him, you will not hear from him, and all of a sudden, you still just see him come back again and start scoping you. So it suggests that sometimes he's no longer interested in you. So don't waste your precious time on a relationship that is heading nowhere. Number two is that you feel that you are forcing yourself on the relationship. You just feel that everything about the relationship is being forced. Everything about this relationship is being forced. Things that are supposed to something that's supposed to flow naturally, it will not flow naturally. Hangout will be forced, communication will be forced, visitation. I would like to visit you, or when are you going to visit me? It will be forced. And sometimes when two of you go out when you are in the public places, you will act as if both of you are just a casual friends and nothing between you. If you want to hold his hand in the public places, just say no, don't hold my hand. Maybe if you want to, maybe you have seen each other for a while and you want to try to, okay, let me just give me a light hug. He said no, don't bother. So sometimes it's a sign that he's no longer interested in you. So don't waste your precious time that is heading nowhere. When you feel that the relationship is one-sided, you are only the one that is just making every effort to see the relationship running. He will not call, he will not check on you, he will not show any effort at all. You are the only one that is just forcing everything to ensure that the relationship keep moving. It's a sign that your boyfriend or your friend is not feel that it's another relationship or about to quit that relationship with you. So be wise. Wise, don't waste your precious time. So people, they are the victims of this. They've been in relationship for some guys, maybe 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. At the end of the day, the guy will just break up with them. The guy did not just break up the day he opened up that he's not working and doing again. He has mastered that in his mind, just looking for every avenue to express himself. So be wise. So try to identify some of these signals so that you not waste your precious time that is heading nowhere. Another sign that suggests or hint that suggests your boyfriend or your fiancé is no longer interested in that relationship, that he will not be curious about your life. He will not be curious about your life. He will not ask you about your goal. He will not ask you about your future plan. He will not even want to discuss some serious conversation with you. And if you try to bring up some serious conversation, he will use jokes to cover it up, or he will try to dodge it or not to answer you directly, so that he will not commit himself, so that just to avoid commitment commitment. So when you notice that this guy is not curious about you, he did not ask you about your well-being, sometimes you just call you, maybe when you are talking, how are you, just give you one line sentence, I'm fine. And no matter what you do, if you like, go and wear new clothes, if you like, go and do new hairstyle, he will not compliment you. Just look you, he will not notice. And if you achieve any something significant, he will hardly acknowledge it, he will hardly congratulate you for it, he will hardly congratulate you for it. So if you notice some of these things, that this man is not curious about you as before, you will not be proud to identify with you in the public places. So if you notice some of these signs, it's a sign that your boyfriend or your fiancé is no longer interested in you. If a man is interested in you, he cares about your life. He will ask you some questions. If a man is interested in you, he cares about your life. He will ask you about your futures. Where do you like to be in the next 5 years? He will ask you about your futures plan and some important discussion. Both of you will be discussing about it. But if you see that I try to avoid some of the important conversation, it's a sign that he just want to use you. Then another sign that suggests a man is not interested in you is that you cannot rely on his word. You cannot rely on his word. He's always full of lies. His word is always full of lies. You cannot depend on his word. He's not trustworthy. His word is always contrary of his actions. His word is always contrary of his action. They will tell you, I love you, but their action is not showing that they really love you. His action is not showing that it's always opposite. His word and his action is always opposite of each other. So when you notice it, it's a sign that this man is not interested in you. Earlier be better, so that you will not waste your precious time on the heading nowhere. Heading nowhere. Another sign that suggests the man does not interested in you is that he will start picking fault in everything that you do. He will start picking fault because he is looking for avenue just to fight you, just to create a scenario to say that because you did this, I'm not interested in this relationship again. Enough is enough. So when you notice that this man is always criticizing, anything that you do, no matter how you try, you can never satisfy him. He will always find fault in everything that you do. He will always criticize you. He will always condemn you. He will always looking for every avenue to fight you or to pick a fault in everything that you do. It's a sign that he is no longer in relationship with you. Just like I have told you before, a man does not quit the relationship the day he said that I'm not doing it. He's just looking for avenue to express himself. So when you notice that any little thing is angry, start begging, I'm sorry, do what I say, I did not mean it. Start using no. When you notice that you are just forcing yourself on him, things that's supposed to flow naturally is not flowing again. Communication is not flowing again. If you dress, say, your dress is, why do you dress like this? It's too shabby. You are not even fine. You complain about your dressing, you complain about your word, you complain about everything about you. You always want to change all your entire things, everything about you, always want to change it just to please him. It's a sign that he is not interested in you. Don't kill yourself. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Another sign that suggests a man does not interested in you is that he does not make plans with you. He will not carry you along in his plan. Why? Because he did not see you in his features. When he's talking, you always use I sentence instead of we. Next year, I want to go to buy. I want to do that. Use every of his conversation is always using I. It's not we. We are going to do this. We are going to do that. When we marry, no, he's always using I sentence. It's a sign that he is no longer interested in that relationship. So be wise. Be wise. Don't let any man scope you. Don't let any man waste your precious time. He will not see you in his plan. He will not discuss any serious conversation with you. If you bring up serious conversation regarding the futures, he will try to dodge it. He will try to use another subject to cover it up or turn it to a joke. just to avoid commitment. You just to avoid commitment. So when you notice this, it's a sign that he's no longer in the relationship. Another sign that suggests that a man is no longer interested in the relation is that he will put you in a position that you have to drag in with other women. He will put you in a position that you have to drag in with other women. Sometimes he may be talking about other women sometimes he can even open up with you, say, I'm not the only one that I'm dating. So if you misbehave, I have said I know some other option. So you will not mean anything to him. You will not mean anything to him. See, you notice that each time you always notice some strange conversation on his phone. Sometimes, when you visiting unannounced, you always meeting some girls in his house, and it's not as a say that casual friend. You may know that these people they are in a relationship. He will always put you in a position that you have to drag in with other women. So be wise enough. If you don't drag any man with other women, if you drag in with other women and eventually marry, you have not won. The battle just began, because it's a clear sign that this one is the womanizer. So when you find yourself in that position, be wise enough to excuse yourself from that relationship. A broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. A broken relationship is always better than a. And lastly, for today, signs that suggest that this man is no longer in relationship with you is that he will not introduce you to the important people around him. He will not introduce you to his, maybe to his parents, to some, maybe to his mentor, some people that is very very important to him. He will not introduce you to them. I understand that when the relationship is new, sometimes some people want to take it gradually, but when you notice that this relationship is getting maybe 1 year, 1.5 years, and you have not met any important people in his life, my dear, run for your life. It's a sign that he just want to use you. Wise enough to excuse yourself from that kind of. With this